Hello, everybody. Calamity here, and I definitely have too high of a blood pressure. Today's video is going to be all about the new, excuse me, Imaginarium Theater, which is just reset for me and NA servers. People that are in the Asia servers that are commenting, when am I doing the Dia Echo or where's the Imaginarium Theater guide, whatever. Chill. I'm behind. We're behind the rest of the world when it comes to server event stuff. So it just reset for me, just maybe like an hour ago, and here we are. So we got Hydro, Cryo, and Geo this time around. Let's go ahead and prep our party. And I don't have Nicolette, so I'm going to use the free one. But however, I do have Ayaka, Candace, Charlotte, Albedo, and Kachina. All of them, I would say they're all like decently built, well built. I'm happy with Ayaka's build and so on. Yeah, pretty good. And then we got Venti, Hu Tao, and looks like we got Venti, Hu Tao, and Kuki Shinobu, which, it's alright. She's a healer. And then if you have, which is, what's his name again? Sorry, I forgot. But if you have him, not Al-Haytham, his roommate, feel free to use him. Mine's not built. But let's go ahead and bring in a bunch of characters. We are ready to go here. I'm just gonna pick as many as I can really fast. Healers. Do I have enough healers? There you go. Lali, sure. Shenhe, sure. Ningguang. Let's go Ningguang in there, and that is it. Let's go ahead and begin. Alright. So if you've never seen these videos before, I always recommend getting your party members, your cast. Get as much characters as you can. Let's go ahead and get a random companion. Ooh, Zhongli, that's really good. Another random companion. Rina, that's insane. And let's just go ahead and do a normal battle with some Hilichurls and some slimes and some fungi, apparently. Alright. Don't show that again. And let's begin. Alright. I'm going to tap the soul key. And then we're going to pick our starting party of... I definitely want to save Nicolette for some of those scarier fights, right? So let's go with something... I guess we could use our Ayaka. Something like this, I guess. Save our Zhongli as well. Probably didn't need to use that, but whatever. There we go. Venti would have been a little nice here, just because the pole. Oh my goodness, that Albedo's flower. It's not good. So, plenty of time. We're good. Not much to say. Just a bunch of Hilichurls. Destroy the shield. Do your damage. It's a pretty good time. Go ahead and grab that Shenhe. Sure. Another one. I'm getting Hydro, Crystallize, or Cryo. Let's go with Hydro. And another random companion. Gives us... let's take a Changyu. No, let's take Hutao. It's gonna be a weird team. Oh, we gotta kill 5? Dang. Oops. Dude, should be doing good damage here. Kachina, I mean. Where's the other one? Nice. Pretty easy. Goodbye, Albedo, though. Chilling in to replace. Not bad at all. Let's redraw that. And then freeze. I feel like freezing is something we're gonna mess with later on. So we come to our first boss, which looks like it's the it's the Fontaine robot one. The one that makes you jump really high, the gravity. Alright, we're gonna use Shenhe and Ayako. Oh, I didn't realize the shield was already down. Make sure we always want to break that shield first, right? Oops. If you don't have any Geo for this guy, remember that you can just do plunges, and that also works just fine. Look at that damage. Look at that damage thanks to Shenhe. Of course, use whoever single target you feel like will do really well here. You can use Nouvellette if you want. I'm just trying to save mine. Let's go ahead and grab... not Farina, Noelle, excuse me. We'll get another frozen upgrade. Let's go with this. Sure. This one... This is the defense one. Just to keep y'all informed. This one can be kind of annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and use Farina here. Might not be the popular option, but it's an option. I actually didn't have to bring Charlotte here, but it's okay. If you do have Farina, she's really great because her bubble buddies can go focus on all the enemies you can't. If you got Venti, he's also really good here for grouping up your enemies, keeping them away from the monolith, so giving you some options. Freezing is just really great in general, right? Because they can't attack. It's just fantastic. So, you know, when you do get to this chamber, make sure you pick enemies that can be easily frozen. If you end up picking some of the larger enemies that can't really be frozen, it's going to be a lot harder. There we go. Yeah, and Farina's really great. But you could also do this with any Hydro applier. Doesn't have to be Farina. You could have done this with like Yelan or Jing Cho. And that is it. Ooh, Navia. That's a really good one right there. Mystery Cache. Let's get some Fantasia flowers. Another companion. Yelan. Let's get some upgrades in there. And we'll go with a normal battle of some Ruin Guards. Alright. I'm actually kind of running a little low on characters here, but we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and use... Let's actually use our Nuvolette. Because I'm okay with losing my Nuvolette. We have Hu Tao, which is great for single target damage, and Navi as well. So I'm not worried about it. Let's go ahead and use... Alright, I don't want to use my other ones yet. Whoop. Yeah, your Nuvolette is basically a get out of jail free card, because if you're struggling on any stage, just use Nuvolette. Not kidding. You don't even have to do that spinny thing a lot of Nuvolettes like to do. You need to kill one more for the start. Do just that. There we go. Easy. Let's go to the next one. Definitely need a healer, so let's grab that Siege Wind. Grab some more people. Geo. Not enough Fantasia flowers, that's unfortunate. I do think it's boss time though, which is fine. And we got ourselves... who is this? I don't even know what this is. We're about to... We'll find out. Let's go with this. Yield. Vaporize. Oh! Gonna keep damaging the boss with Hu Tao. Oh. So I actually did this boss fight wrong. You do need some sort of healer so you can damage it when it makes a little copy of itself there. My bad. I honestly forgot about this boss. And there you go. We did it a little last second. We didn't have any buffs because we are using a vaporized team. So keep that in mind, that this isn't actually an optimal team for this one, and bring a healer and then bring your DPS of choice. You could have used Nuvolette here and then just paired him up with like Siege Wind or something. But let's go ahead and grab, doesn't really matter, they're both healers. Let's grab a Geo. Random. Oh, there's a Venti. And let's move on to our next fight, which is going to be some Consecrated Beasts. Getting into the last bit of it now. I'm okay with losing some of these characters at this point. You know, we can still have the Farina by the last bit. That'd be great. Can't really use Venti here. I'm gonna use Siege Wind. That might be a weird choice, but... Remember, if you have freeze buffs, as long as you're freezing them in some way. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm getting juggled out here. Still have plenty of time though. 20 seconds. Thank you, Nuvalet, for making that super easy. There's our shield. We have yet another climatic. I can't even say that word right. Showdown. Let's go ahead and do some buffs. We don't have enough for another one, so we're gonna go straight here. So this is the statue one from Fontaine. Highly recommend you bring any Geo character. It does not have to be Navia, who I'm going to use here, but any Geo character will do really well here. We're going to go ahead and, like, even Ningguang, right? Because you want to break his shield as soon as you can. Let's go ahead and use these characters. Actually, not Yelan. I'm going to use Siegeman. Big damage. You want to save your damage basically when you break the shield. It's gonna be a little close, but yeah. Thank you, Navia. Big burst damage. We definitely needed to bring more Geo. Navia by herself was just not enough. That's okay. And a mystery rare cache. Let's go ahead and grab that. More Fantasia flowers is always nice. Still have some cast members we can grab. Let's do just that. Grab some upgrades while we're here. And this one's just a normal fight. Again, I don't know if they ever fixed Cry or Electro mages, Abyss mages in the Imaginarium Theater, so I always suggest not picking them. Just stay away from them just in case. Let's go ahead and just do some big boy Metatrolls, Illitrolls, whatever they're called. For this one, we're gonna go ahead and pick. Tell you what, for this one, I feel like we should just go ahead and use our Hu Tao, because I don't want to use Hu Tao in the final boss fight, and we just need to focus a single target. So we're gonna do just that. They do have these shields you want to get rid of. It's a weird, it was a weird angle. There we go. Same thing. Lots of time left over. Thanks to Hu Tao's big single target damage. Let's go ahead and grab that. And not much else left other than doing the final boss. Which, why does that look like the source is it the source automaton again? Boy. For this fight, hopefully brought someone from Natlan. I have Shilin in, but you also had Kachina at the beginning. For those of you earlier that don't have anyone else, you might have to bring your Kachina. But don't forget, other characters can climb up the little pillars it summons, like Venti. I know Kaza is in here, but you could also do Zhongli, Albedo. All of these characters are capable of climbing the pillars as well. Well, let's go ahead and just pick our best. Like so. And let's take on the boss. There it is. When the pillars come out, we climb them, hit the orbs. Now this is when you want to do your best damage. And that's going to be a wrap for theater. Not too bad, honestly, but I know a lot of people will argue, hey, it's because you have all these 5 stars. And well, that's kind of the point of this mode, is to use a bunch of... I mean, I did use some 4 stars, but, use as many characters as you can. Give yourself the advantage. There you go. That's the entire theater. All of the stars have been obtained. Not too bad. I'm just tired of seeing the same bosses, though, like the Natlan Source Automaton thing. So hopefully they mix that up a little bit. The other, tips and tricks I can give you is, just take advantage of freeze, even if you're not playing for the new character. Just simply doing the freeze reaction got us a lot of debuffs. It shreds resistances on our enemies, especially if you upgrade the freeze reaction. Or, if you don't want to do freeze, then do crystallize, either with Hydro or Cryo, and try to make the best out of those. So, you have tons of options here. If you have Hu Tao, even more options. Venti, we got Venti and I didn't even use him. Don't forget, Nuvolette is really, really strong. If you are very much struggling on some of these bosses, save Nuvolette for your hardest chambers, and then use him there. Because he's, like I said, he's a guaranteed get out of jail, free win character. At least twice. And maybe you can get even luckier with the mystery caches. And if you end up bringing him back, that'll be huge. So that's it for the theater. Hopefully this video was helpful for somebody. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more content like this, I'll be making more. And that'll be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. See y'all in the next one.